Okay. So
Yes.
the manufacturers rate was changed from 1st January 2018 from on their representation. So half percent CGST, half percent SGST. So total 1% tax is payable by the manufacturer. In case of restaurants, so as on today, the rate is 1%. You can remember like this. Then came to restaurant service. In case of restaurant services, the rate was fixed as 2.5% C and 2.5% as total 5% was payable. Otherwise, their rate was different. But this composition rate was fixed at 5%, but they will not get any ITC on their purchases, etc. And they will not be able to collect tax on their outward supplies also. Then the remaining is trading, etc. Now, in case of trading also, the rate was half percent C and half percent S, total to 1%. Now, the problem came in that normally this scheme was for goods only. But in case of restaurant is treated as service. It is a supply of goods or supply of service. Answer is restaurant, the food and other supplies which are made or the services given by a restaurant or a dhaba are treated as services. They are not treated as goods. When I will teach you the chapter of supply, there I will tell you that restaurant, food and the services together are treated as supply of services only. So here, when composition scheme was started, basically it was started for goods only. But this was the only one service of the restaurant or dhabas, because government found that there are many dhabas on streets. Those dhabas will also be covered under CGST and SGST or GST laws. Therefore, what they did, all these small restaurants, etc., will also be covered. So they were also covered under the composition scheme. But they will be paying 5% tax. And government said no other service will be covered in this scheme. No other service will be covered in this scheme. So goods plus restaurant, initially the restaurant services were covered over there. But later on, people started shouting. They said, sir, it is not practically possible to have composition scheme only in case of goods. For example, suppose a person who has opted for composition scheme and he says, I am dealing in goods only. But it may be possible that that person may have a house property which he has given in on rent to some commercial organization. That rent is also covered in GST. On that GST is payable. But renting is a service. So he said, although I am doing a business of Kiryana, but since I have just given my house or my property on rent, you are saying you cannot opt this scheme? What is this? So it clicked to government. The matter was placed before GST Council. GST Council says, yes, you are right. So therefore, what amendment was made? Then he says, may supply of services of value not exceeding 10% of the turnover. Means if the value of services is not more than 10% of the turnover or 5 lakh rupees in a year. Means the services, value of services should not be more than 5 lakh of rupees in a year. Then you can render services also along with supply of goods. So initially, this scheme was only for goods and restaurant services. But on representation, this benefit was given to the public with effect from 1st February 2019. So this is basically, this is the job of GST Council. That on the representation, on the basis of grievances represented before the government or before the GST Council, through the finance ministers of the states, government go on changing the laws for the benefit of the businessman. Then is exempted turnover. Further, when the amount of turnover was to be calculated, he says exempt supply will also be taken. But if somebody has given loan, look, if somebody has given loan to his friends, or they have deposits in banks, they will be getting interest on that, and he will be receiving from bank as well as from the private person to whom he has given the loan. So he will be giving interest. So this interest is also a service. Now when we are coming to 5% or 10% of the turnover or 5 lakh of rupees, then what will happen to this loan amount? So he says this interest on loans will not be included in turnover. It will be excluded from turnover. So this is one more issue. Next is this food or any other article for human consumption. This I have already discussed in it. Then this was all about the rate of tax and who can opt for composition. Means very clear that it is only for goods and only for restaurant service. But apart from that, there are certain other restrictions also. And what are those restrictions? These are discussed over here. Number one, the registered person shall be eligible to opt if not engaged in supply of services. Only one service was eligible, which I had told you. Number two, he is not engaged in making any supply of goods which are not leviable to tax under this act. Means if he is selling certain goods which are outside purview of GST, so naturally he is not required to take composition scheme. Then he says this, as the scheme is only for small persons, for small businessmen, so he says, look, if you are making an interstate supply, then also you are not entitled, because that person cannot be taken as a small person if he is making the supply of goods from one state to the other, because sending goods from one state to other needs so many formalities. Therefore, the small businessman will not be involved into those activities. Hence, it is said that interstate outward supplies you cannot make. Then he says you cannot sell the goods through an e-commerce operator. That also you cannot do it. Then he is not a manufacturer of certain goods which are notified by the government. Means government may notify certain goods which, if manufactured, then you cannot opt for composition. Next is that a casual taxable person. I have already explained you what is a casual taxable person. I have already explained you what is a non-resident taxable person. So those persons who are coming for exhibitions are called casual and non-resident taxable person. So those persons can also not apply for the composition scheme. Now the question is, suppose in one state you have got two branches. Your PAN number is same, but you have got two branches. You have taken two registration numbers. You are entitled to do it. You can take two numbers on the same PAN if you have two units separately, or you can have one number also. But suppose you have taken two numbers. So he says that all units which are registered under the same PAN, then if you want to opt composition, you have to opt composition for all the units. You cannot say for this unit I am taking the composition and for this unit I will not be taking composition. No, for all the units which are registered on the same PAN number, you have to go for option. And option will be allowed if turnover of both the units, if there are two units, of both the units in the preceding financial year is not more than 50 lakhs. Now I'm just going it back to tell you something more. Now look, here when I was discussing with you, I explained that you can opt for composition if your turnover in the preceding year is less than 50 lakhs. But what happened? Later on, the public represented, the businessman represented to government. They said, sir, 50 lakh turnover in today's circumstances is too low. 50 lakh is nothing. So this figure is too low and GST law is quite complex. So you raise this limit. So dear students, this limit was raised from 50 lakhs to 1 crore. Again government said, again public said, no, this is also low. Then now it has been enhanced to 1 crore and 50 lakhs with effect from 1st February 2019. So for opting composition, if your turnover in the preceding year is less than 1.5 crore, you can opt for composition. So as I told you earlier that it was 50 lakhs, now it has gone to 1.5 crore. We were discussing restrictions. So if you are selling the goods through e-commerce operator, you cannot opt for composition scheme. If you are a manufacturer of certain goods which government says that you cannot for composition, that notification will come and you cannot do that. If you are a casual taxable person, you cannot do it. If you are non-resident taxable person, you cannot opt it. And all registered person under same PAN together have to take that. Now, when this scheme was there, it was relating to goods only, plus only dhaba services or restaurant services. Only one service was covered. Plus what was covered? That if you are rendering certain services along with goods, then the value of services should not be more than 10% of the turnover or 5 lakh, whichever is greater. So only 5, meaning thereby, there was no composition scheme for service providers, for professionals. There was no scheme, composition scheme for services. Therefore, these professionals and service providers represented the government. Look, you have given a scheme of composition for people who are dealing in goods, but you have not given any composition scheme for services. Services, people also want to opt for composition. So they say, okay. So from 1st January 2020, a new scheme has been laid down. What is that scheme? It says, if you pay 6%, means 3% CGST and 3% SGST, then even service provider can avail the scheme, can opt the scheme, but provided that their turnover in the previous financial year, it is not exceeding 50 lakh of rupees. Here the limit is 50 lakh. In case of goods, limit has gone up to 1.5 crore. But in case of services, the limit is only 50 lakhs. Because you are aware, in case of tax audit in income tax also, if you are aware of it, the limit for goods is, supply of goods is 1 crore. But in case of service provider or for professionals, it is 50 lakhs. That 1 crore has also become 2 crore now. But there it is 50 lakhs. So here also, because in case of services, limit is always reduced in as compared to supply of goods. So if your turnover did not exceed 50 lakh, then you can opt for services composition also. But here also, the strict conditions are there. What are those? May opt to pay the 3% restrictions. Now we will discuss the restriction in case of services also. Number 1, engaged in making any supply of goods, meaning thereby this service provider should not be engaged in supply of goods. Number 1. Number 2, he cannot make engaged in making any interstate outward supply of goods or services. Means there should not be any interstate supply of goods or services. Then he should not supply the services through e-commerce operator. Then he should not be a manufacturer of goods which have been notified. He cannot be a casual taxable person, or he cannot be a non-resident taxable person. So all those conditions which are there also, these are here also, and all registered person under same PAN need to opt. Means if you are a service provider but you have two offices in two places with the same PAN, you are registered at two places, then you have to opt compensation scheme for all the offices together. Your turnover will be clubbed, and then only it will be seen, and all the offices have to take simultaneously option. Option will lapse. Naturally, the option has been given that if your turnover in the preceding financial year does not exceed 1.5 crore. Now I'm talking of 1.5 crore. But suppose in this year, this turnover is year wise. In the preceding financial year, it was less than 1.5 crore. So you are allowed to opt in this year. But suppose the year starts from 1st April. But suppose from 1st April till 31st December, your turnover crosses 1.5 crore on 1st January. So he says that the option availed shall lapse with effect from the day on which his aggregate turnover during a financial year exceeds the limit. But natural, the benefit is up to 1.5 crore. Now in this year, your turnover exceeds 1.5 crore. So the day it exceeds, your option gets completed. This option will be lapsed for future, not for earlier period, for future. So on the day on which it exceeds 1.5 crore, you will become a normal person. Means when you become a normal person, you have to pay tax not at 1% or 3% or 6% or 5%. No, at the normal rate of tax. Suppose it was services, 18%. And in case of goods, it may be 12%, 18% or 28% as the case. Then next he says that if you have opted, then you cannot collect any tax. You cannot collect any tax from customer, as I told you earlier. And you cannot claim any ITC also. Means on your purchases, you cannot claim ITC. Look, simple thing is, when you will not claim ITC and when you pay 1%, if put together, the government's house is complete. Government will get almost the same amount. There is no loss to the government. But this procedure has been given so that the small people, small businessman can opt for it, and their compliance burden is reduced. In place of 25 returns, now he is to file only 5 returns, because he is supposed to file only quarterly return and then 1 annual return. That's all. Next is, so remember, be cautious. He will not collect any tax in the bill raised by him, and he will not claim any ITC, although he is registered, but he is not claim any ITC which he has paid on his purchases. Now look, it may be possible. Okay, let us go further. That slide will be coming, then I will explain you. The goods held in stock by him have not been purchased from an unregistered supplier, and where purchased, he pays the tax under section this. He says, if you have opted composition scheme, then you will not make purchases from unregistered persons. Means you have to pay tax on your purchases, because if you will not pay tax on your purchases and if you will buy from unregistered person, the goods will become much cheaper to you. And you will be paying only 1% tax to the government. No, he says no. What you have to do, if you have opted composition, then first you have to pay tax on your purchases. So don't make purchases from unregistered persons, number 1. And if you have made purchases from unregistered persons, then you have to pay tax on that stock under reverse charge mechanism. Means the buyer has to pay the tax in that situation instead of the seller, because seller is an unregistered person. So this is a condition for such a composition dealer, that either he should not buy from an unregistered person, and if he is buying from an unregistered person, then he must pay the tax under reverse charge mechanism. Then the goods will become tax paid goods, and that tax paid along with that 1% on the outward supply put together will be equal to the amount that should have gone to the government. Next is, he shall mention the word composition taxable person on every notice or signboard on a prominent place. Meaning thereby, when he will be registered as a composition dealer, he will put a board on his premises that if anybody enters to that shop, at the top, at the front of it, at a prominent place, there must be written that this person is a composition dealer. Means the buyer must know while entering the shop itself that this shop is under composition, and when he will raise a bill to me, there will be no tax on that. Then registered person paying tax under section this may not file a fresh intimation every year. It is like this, that suppose this year you have opted composition, but year is complete, next year has come. The law says whether I am to file a fresh application for the next year. The answer is no. Since you are continuing, there is no need. Ceases to satisfy condition. It may be possible that you have taken the composition scheme, but the conditions which are required, you might have sold goods interstate, which was not possible. So he says, then the person shall be liable to pay tax under subsection this if he ceases to satisfy any of the conditions. Means the day you cease to be, maybe because you have not complied the law, or maybe because your turnover increases, then at that point of time, whatever is a stock available with you, whatever is the stock available with you on which you have already paid the tax, when you will be selling those goods in future, then instead of composition tax, that is 1%, you will be charging tax at the full rate, and you will be claiming the ITC on these stocks also. But in future, you have to issue tax invoice. Earlier, you were not to issue tax invoice because you were not a regular dealer. You were selling only through bill of supply. Intimation for withdrawal. It may also be possible that you want, look, I'm not interested in composition, because you must be getting certain orders from outsiders who says that, sir, I will buy in bulk from you, provided you charge tax from me, and I want to sell it further. You get out of composition. So he says, yes, you can get out of composition. You have to make an application for that in form number such and such, and thereafter you declare whatever is stock left with you, so that in future you can claim ITC on that. Penalty and tax if wrongly opted. It may be possible that either intentionally or unintentionally, you might have applied wrongly and you have opted wrongly. So if the officer of the government comes to know at a later stage that you were not entitled to opt for this scheme, but you have opted, because government does not check, when they say whatever you will declare, it will be accepted at is. So he says, if you have wrongly opted, then the tax can be levied as well as penalty can also be levied. Aggregate turnover not to include interest on loans. I have told you that while calculating the aggregate turnover, if you have given any loan to somebody, then interest on that is not to be added. Turnover in state shall not include the value of following supplies. That is, while calculating the turnover, you have to calculate the turnover from the first day of April till you become liable for registration under this act. And exempt supply of services will not include by way of interest or discount on loans. So these are two explanations in this section. With this, we are completing this chapter. This was a small chapter, and we have completed this.